Hey up, Bilbo Pope here with another movie review. Today I'm going to make you shit yourself, as I'm talking about Halloween. This is the original Halloween from 1978, not Halloween from 2007, which was just a shitty remake of Halloween, or Halloween from 2018, which was sequel to Halloween. We begin in Haddonfield with a short-ass peeping Tom watching a bit of teenage hanky-panky. But things quickly turn south as he pulls a knife out of the drawer and then stabs the shit out of this young lass as she's looking in mirror. The peeping Tom were a 6-year-old Michael Myers, and the bird he stabbed were his sister. The parents come home and they're so surprised that they just kind of stand there and stare at him. Really still like. The sister probably could have been saved if they'd gone inside and called ambulance. We jump forward in time 15 years, where Doc Loomis and a nurse are coming to meet Myers at mental hospital. But when he gets there, he sees all mentalists just roaming around, like cows in a field. So Loomis goes, "You wait here, love," and then he goes over to the gate as Myers jumps on top of a car and starts grabbing at nurse. I had a similar experience at Safari Park, where a monkey kept trying to grab me nuts. The nurse gets out the car as Myers jumps in and drives off. And then Loomis is all like, "Oh, bloody hell, he's buggered off. He's not supposed to do that. Who taught him to drive car?" Over in Haddonfield, we meet teenage Jamie Lee Curtis, whose dad makes her post the key through the letterbox of Myers' old house. She meets this little lad called Tommy, who says, "Oh no, you can't do that." And she's like, "Oh yeah, just watch me." So she does. And there's someone watching her. She goes to school and Myers watches her through window. It was 70s. We could get away with doing things like that. Curtis walks home with her mates and they spot Myers staring at them. So he hides behind some bushes. She gets home and goes inside her house and looks outside window, and there's old Myers staring at her again. And then he just disappears. Like Batman. The phone rings and it's just someone making chewing sounds. You know, like them birds on Tinternet do. The local sheriff says someone's broke into a hardware store. They stole a couple of knives and a Shatner mask. Doc Loomis goes to Myers' house and reminisces about that time Michael killed his sister. He says Myers has 2 black eyes and is pure evil. If my doctor said that about me, I'd chin the bastard. So he decides to hang out there for a bit and play pranks on kids when they come to the door. Meanwhile, Myers continues to stalk girls as they go babysitting, breathing heavy as he watches one of them get changed. I mean, he's been locked up in mental hospital for 15 years. You can't really blame the lad. Curtis is babysitting that Tommy lad, who keeps going on about a boogeyman. She promises to protect him, but she doesn't make the same promise to her mate Annie, who gets killed by Myers in a car. Curtis's other mate, Linda, turns up with her boyfriend Bob, and Myers just watches them as they get up to a bit of "How's your father?" Again, 15 years. Bob goes downstairs to get drink, and Myers stabs him and pins him to the wall. He then goes upstairs and tries to take his place with that lass, by dressing up as a ghost for some reason. It's all going well, but then she starts moaning at him for not getting her a beer, and he's like, "Oh, fuck this," and chokes her to death while she's got her tits out. Might have to get me apprentice Malone to edit that bit. So Curtis goes over to the road to see if everything's alright. and finds all her mates are dead, which they weren't before. And then Myers comes out at shadows and tries to stab her, but he misses somehow. She runs out into the street and starts shouting for help, but her neighbours ain't having any of it. So she wakes up young Tommy and gets him to let her back into his house. She locks the door, but she also turns off lights, like she wants to trick him into thinking there's no one home, even though he just watched her go in. Now it's even easier for him to sneak up on her, which he does, but he misses again, this time stabbing sofa. And Curtis manages to stab him in neck with needle. She picks up knife, and then she just throws it away. And then she goes upstairs to tell kids she's killed the boogeyman, but he's right behind her. So she runs and hides in wardrobe. Myers comes in and starts busting wardrobe door down, but Curtis grabs coat hanger and sticks it in his eye. Then she grabs his knife and stabs him with it. Myers lays down on floor, so Curtis throws knife away again. Just don't fucking learn. She sends kids to go get police, and then just rests in doorway with her back to Myers. He then does this scary sit-up, like Undertaker, from wrestling. Myers then grabs Curtis, but she pulls his mask off, so he has to let her go to put it back on again. Doc Loomis shows up and shoots him, and makes him fall over a balcony. Curtis asks Loomis if Myers were Boogeyman, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, he were." Again, if my doctor said that about me, I'd peel his pubes off with a potato peeler and then shove his cactus up his ass. Then probably get another doctor. Loomis has peek over balcony, but like me in morning after night with Bird, he's gone. And the film just ends with his whereabouts unknown. So where did he go? I don't know. They keep changing timeline with every new movie they make. Maybe he went to your neighbourhood. He could be outside watching you right now. Wait, who's that behind you? Told you I'd make you shit your pants. Anyway, until next time, fuck off.